Ricky Rose, and Ricky Rose, I heard got a little film credit too.
I really hope they didn't edit Rose out of that.
Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling.
Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's Billboard Hip Hop Editor Carl Lamarre. It's Black History Month, and we with Black History, Black Excellence. I'm here with the boss, Ricky Rose, at the Promised Land. This is the Promised Land right here, right?
Man, it's the Promised Land, and we feeling blacker than ever, black as ever, and we want you to feel black as you could be.
I love that. I love that.
Why not, brother?
Why not? And like I said, we at the Promised Land,
Right.
Black History Month, and we about to talk black business. You a black enterprise.
Right.
And I gotta ask you this, man. What does it mean to be a black entrepreneur in 2021?
A black entrepreneur 2021 to me is a dreamer working until it becomes reality. That's exactly what it is, because to be a business owner, to be a CEO, to be an executive, you gotta start as a worker. You know what I mean? And regardless if you sweeping or mopping, if you opening the doors, if you cleaning the windows, wherever you at, you gotta have a vision. You gotta see something that gives you that vision.
Right.
And that's the day you begin to dream.
When did Rick Ross begin to dream when he was a baby boss coming up? When did you decide I wanted to be an entrepreneur?
I knew I wanted to be an entrepreneur riding in the back of my father, may he rest in peace, riding in the back of his Buick, you know? Those windows down and that breeze felt good. I did love that breeze, but I knew I wanted to ride in one of them big nice cars too.
Yeah.
The windows up and where the ceiling come back. You know what I'm saying? So, and that was cool. And around my father and my mother, it was always cool to dream. You know what I mean? If I seen something I like, they ain't tell me, don't look at that, nah. You see that? Yeah, I see it. I could draw inspiration from almost anything. If I'm walking through the airport and I see a small little cubicle and it could be a black independent person selling donuts, I could see some vision in that. You know what I mean? Because Krispy Kreme had to start somewhere. You know what I mean? Or I could just be riding through Atlanta and see an exit that say Tyler Perry Studio and say, damn, homie got his own exit off the highway.
Wow.
Damn, you gotta have your own exit off the freeway.
Wow.
Damn. What would that have to be if I had my own exit off the freeway? You know what I mean?
Wow.
That's where the vision started at, so I could really draw, man, inspiration from anything or anyone.
You remember the last time in particular that inspiration was just drawn up from a particular business?
A lot of times, you know, we do our thing with the alcohol. A lot of times I'm in black neighborhoods, black communities, and I go to the liquor stores. I was just performing in Houston, pull up in Texas. Yo, boom, we jump out at a liquor store. Yo, it's a small liquor store. Yo, there's such and such and such behind the glass. Her dad own it. Your dad own it? How long your dad had this? For 25 years. Damn, your dad had this for 20. Call him. Rose just want to say what's happening.
Wow.
You know, what did he do to get a liquor store and get money with it? He ain't just sit outside, lean on the car and get drunk with everybody else. He got money with it and kept it, and now his daughter running it.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
Yeah, that's inspiration to me.
Speaking of inspirations, man, I want to take it to like a hip hop level, a hip hop sense. I mean, we know about the Hoes, we know about the Puffs, but I'm curious, man, which three rappers would you say like inspire you today to continue that black business, black entrepreneur, hustler mentality?
Like you say, you know about the Hoes, you know about the Puffs. We seen what Master P did. We saw what Birdman brought to the game. We saw, but after those few names, Rose come in there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I get excited about the business we put down, you know, seeing what Wale's still doing, seeing what Meek Mill's still doing, you know, Double M. And I feel like I'm just finna take off on my second lap.
Your second win.
Yeah, that's how I just feel like for me, you know what I'm saying? And so those names I said before mine. And it's a lot of youngsters getting money too. And I love that.
In the pandemic.
Yeah. The real one's gonna get it in the pandemic. That's what separate the boys and men.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
You know what's real? You mentioned Wale, you mentioned me, Double M. We know what y'all did in the 2010s.
Right.
Bad boys running the fucking shit.
Right.
What would you say you learned from a CEO, mindset when you were running MMG that you implement to your numerous ventures today?
It's so many because they're positive and negatives, and they both can be just as valuable. You may hit a stumbling point and feel like, damn, but really it's some valuable knowledge you taking from that. And aside from Wale and Meek and Gunplay, I signed some artists to me that I felt had more than enough talent to really get money, but they may have lacked that drive. And that's nothing. Nobody ever sat me down and explained that to me. Puff never mentioned to me, oh yeah, it's homie. Yeah. No, that's something that I had to learn on my own. You know what I mean? So I apply that to all the ventures we do. I look everybody in the eyes. Do you really want this? Because I hope you understand, once I become a part of this, every day we get on all platforms and rep our brands. Not once a week. That's offensive to me. Every day. You ain't thinking about winning every day? It's just like laying your outfit out. What we getting money with, who we getting money with, we gonna make them feel us every day. If you're a business partner of mine, when you sit down before you go to bed, I want your chick that's in the bed with you to say, yo, you seen what Rose did today? You know what I'm saying?
That's motivation.
That's how I hustle.
Wow.
That's how I really get down. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like if you're a real partner, that's what you should be bringing to the table. And if you're not, it's somebody like me that's on the team, and I'm more valuable than you are.
Wow. You said something that caught my antennas going off a little bit. We know what you've been able to do with the Cookies, the Wingstop, the Bel Air, the Checkers. All W's. Has there ever been a time, where you didn't experience that W, that you may have caught an L in the business? And if so, what lesson did you learn from that venture?
Of course. Being an entrepreneur is like rolling the dice. It's all a gamble. You chasing a dream, and you will take losses. Of course you take L's. But it's like, once you plant your feet, I'm speaking from my personal experience. Once I planted my feet and became a multi-millionaire, you have more power in the decisions you take. Yeah. And the decisions have to be less, you just could put yourself in better situations, you understand, to get more money. Because when you're younger, you have less access to great advice, so on and so forth. You be a lot of your decision making could be desperate. You know what I'm saying? Just because you want that win, just because you need that security that win gonna bring you. But after you take those losses and as you grow, my decision making, got a lot better. That's just what I feel like. Will I ever take another loss? I'm sure I will. Because that come with the game and that come with the gambling that I'm gonna make. But I know the decisions I make is I'm gonna always make the best ones based on the knowledge that I have. Right. You know what I'm saying? And I'm always putting myself and my partners in the best position we could be in. And once I get involved in it, I'm gonna go harder than they can even imagine. So we're gonna make it do what it do.
I love that. That's motivational right there. I mean, I didn't want to dwell on the L because I also want to talk about the W.
But a lot of times we gotta speak on the L's, just so as when people who watching this, when they struggling just coming off a L or going into a L or in the middle of a L, they understand it ain't over. It ain't over. You know what I'm saying? If you somewhere right now when you're in the middle of a foreclosure, that definitely don't mean you'll never own another home.
That's real.
So don't take it that way. You know what I'm saying?
What's the kind of self-talk you have with yourself immediately after, a situation like that comes about, if it's a quick L? How do you have that self-talk and give you that affirmation like, yo, it's gonna be okay? I might be down bad right now, but I'm gonna be all right.
Well, first and foremost, that's just the way we feel.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure you could have been in a lot worse predicament than you in now. So for one, now it's just all about getting back to where we need to be. And what's the best way to make that happen? Okay, now give ourselves some options. what's the first one we gonna start with? And let's go.
Let me pose you this. I don't got to tell you the climate when in the industry.
Right.
You see it every time when you walk into the boardrooms and you got white execs. It's still populated by white execs, majority-wise.
Right.
What made you decide to say, as a black man, as a businessman, as an artist, that I need to invest in myself and then be able to invest in others?
Because just being in the struggle, me trying to get in the game where hip hop wasn't as really popular. I was coming up in Miami where it was about dance music, sexy, chicks in bikinis. And that wasn't me. I was a fat, poor kid, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to get some money, you know what I'm saying? So the music I was making they said always was more East Coast. And that was their opinion, and that was cool, but I just knew I had a different vision, and everybody really wasn't up to it at the time. I feel wherever they at right now, they see it clearly now. They see it clearly. Because I told them from the beginning, every day we hustling, we got to get it.
Every day we hustling, and I heard a little birdie told me somebody got a nice bag for having Eddie Murphy pulling up to the crib to do a little movie or something. Like, we at the Promise Estate. Talk about the Coming to America crew being able to pull up here.
Yeah, most definitely.
To shoot with Ricky Rose. And Ricky Rose, I heard, got a little film credit too.
Man,
talk about that.
I really hope they didn't edit Rose out of that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the whole team. Shout out to Eddie Murphy. Shout out to everybody. Most definitely, they came in and really just booked the whole estates for maybe 5 to close to 6 months. Wow. Yeah, and they did the majority of the shooting here. Of course, I got to meet Eddie Murphy. That's why he holding up my book and on my IG page. He took that picture right outside this doorway. But most definitely, we may have rented different parts of the estates out to maybe 6 or 7 different films already.
Wow.
And over the last 2.5 years.
Wow.
Right. It's more films in production in Atlanta than in LA, I believe.
That's kind of crazy. I got to ask you this. When Eddie popped up, man, because we already know what kind of legend Eddie is, man.
Right.
Did he give you any golden gems that you kind of took and that still resonate with you?
I'm going to keep it real, man. I kept it moving. You know what I mean? They was on set, and they told me Eddie was out there cool, and I had done kicked it with Arsenio Hall and, a few of the, the chicks, because this, Coming to America, one of my favorite movies of all time. Mm-hmm. So when I saw, the chicks that was from part 1 that was in the tub with them and all of that, I had to just, spend some time with them, and I did. And, I kept it light on Eddie. I just came through, said what's up, showed my love, paid homage. He took a photo, shared a laugh or two, and I kept it sliding.
I love that. And, obviously, I celebrated your wins. I celebrated the Wingstop, the Hurricanes book, the Bel Air.
Right.
To me personally, I think your biggest win was just announced in December, and that was a partnership with JetDoc. You've given people the opportunity,
right,
to have that telecare.
Right.
If they can't go to the doctor, they could just,
To me, that's most definitely, if you ask me, what was one of the ventures that you are most proud of?
Exactly.
I would say JetDoc, which is, to me, the future of, just the future of remaining healthy. It's a health app. You feeling funny, you feeling this, whatever it is. In 2 minutes, you can have a doctor face to face. You could describe what you're going through. And if you're somebody like me who know yourself, you've been through things in the past, you may just need a prescription. Yo, doc, this is what I'm feeling like, and I usually get this prescription and I'm out right now. Could you, right now, fill out the prescription for you. Closest pharmacy up the street, you can pull up, get it. You know what I'm saying? The price is better. It's just a great thing to be a part of, and I feel like it's only going to get more popular.
That's beautiful. And it's giving people the opportunity to get their health right.
Right.
We know about, the brother Nipsey Hussle.
Right.
Great friend of yours. I love talking to Nip.
Great friend.
I got to mention this because it's going to jump into my question. We know the mantra Nip was the marathon continues, right? And that always gives people that entrepreneurial spirit.
Right.
But I want to ask you, what lyric or quote really gives you that passion to keep going? If there's a rap lyric or a quote that really fuels your drive.
Oh man, there's so many.
I know you got a ton in the tank for your own.
And it's not even about myself really. It's just when I think about When I think about me being a fan of hip hop, me being a fan of rap music, what made me a fan, you know, maybe before the music was just the fact, these some dudes that could dress, these some dudes that were going out to dinner and, you know, just simple things like that. That was big. You know, as a family, if we went to Chuck E. Cheese, you hold on to that. That's a memory.
That's a win.
You know what I'm saying? That's a big win. So when you watching dudes really just live their life, tailor-made clothes, this, that, and it's not just on a material level, but just on accomplishing your dreams level. You know what I mean? So, dead presidents, when I think of Eric B. and Rakim, it's so many Eric B. rhymes that made me say, yo, stop laughing for 1 second, homie, and take this shit serious. You know what I mean? And of course, you know what Big did to me?
Yeah.
You know, when you heard Juicy for the first time, it was like,
Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis.
you feel me? Then he hit you with another one. It was all a dream. You ain't lying, big homie. I feel you. It was all, I got it. You know what I mean? So, you know, I could go coast to coast with that.
I love that. And you know what's real, man? Because the people that are watching this, they're going to soak up a lot of gems, but they're going to want to know, like, your boss, I'm trying to start a business. How do I go about trying to start a business as a young black man or woman in today's game?
Study the business you want to go into. Be realistic with yourself. In what position are you to start this business? Are you the key to finances? Are you the brain? What position would you play in this business, or are you both? Are you the brain? Will you run and finance your own business, or are you looking for someone like me that got some paper and would love to invest in your idea? If that's the role you playing, it's time to begin reaching out to the ones with the paper.
There you go. Hello. Hello. Before I let you go, you know, this is a question I thought about on my way here, you know, and it really stuck with me. Rick Ross, we know the legacy of Ross as a rapper.
Right.
We now know the legacy of Ross as a businessman.
Right.
When it's all said and done for you, which legacy is gonna hold more weight and value? Rick Ross the rapper or Rick Ross the businessman, and why?
You know, I'm gonna leave that up to the real Rose fans to decide. You know what I mean? Because my drive for success is what motivates me. You understand? And that's the only way I can really make myself happy, when I push myself to accomplish something that maybe I couldn't even imagine achieving. You know what I mean? And that's just like, I'm going on album number 11. I remember writing music for so long, and yo, I just want a deal, man. I don't give a fuck. I just fuck this shit. You know what I mean? I done sat around and, yo, Atlantic Records came to Miami and signed who? Yo, they signed Pretty Ricky. Man, fuck this shit. You know what I'm saying? And it was just one of those things, and Pretty Ricky was some young niggas that was on the road that was grinding. I watch them, but I was just feeling like these people don't understand or see my vision.
When's my time?
You understand? Yeah. And so that's what still drives me to make music to this day. And as far as being an entrepreneur, I meant what I said. We coming in this game and we gonna be the biggest, and we ain't gonna stop. We gonna get money. Everybody that I become partners with, they know Rose ain't telling them nothing he don't mean, and I'm gonna deliver. So you gotta deliver. Matter of fact, everybody sitting at the table gotta step this shit up. For 90 days, everybody gotta do something every day on every platform they got. You know what I'm saying? When the last time you used your Facebook? Man, it's been a year. Fuck that. We ain't doing that no more. When you did this, and guess what? Let's go through our phones and reach out to some homies and let them know we need them on this. You know what I'm saying? You know, and as black entrepreneurs, we can't never be afraid to, you know, get told no. And not saying that's what we expecting, but we gotta step out there. We gotta push the fucking envelope. We gotta, yo, this is what I need, homie. Whoa, Rose, I ain't know you was gonna say that. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking,
A lot of people
brother.
are scared of hearing the word no, Rose.
Don't never get too scared to hear no. You gotta push yourself sometimes. You gotta push the envelope. You can't be scared to come into a room full of white people and sit down with a big dream. Nah, I ain't got nobody that I go to and ask, give me the words to, nah, I don't do that. I don't prepare for the interview. I don't want the, nah. You just gotta walk in there and just know what's on your chest, know what's on your heart. And I'm bringing good business to the table, or I wouldn't be here. I'm in too, powerful of a position myself. I don't need to do nothing I'm uncomfortable with. I don't need to do nothing where I feel I'm in debt to somebody.
Right.
Nah, we could win together. That's what we could do. And I got this idea and I got this vision, and I'm gonna go out there and make sure it works. I just got off the phone with my homie LeBron. I just got off the phone with my homie Snoop Dogg. And these two homies I spoke to yesterday. You know what I'm saying? So when I talk about a vision or an idea, I'm writing my first film, and whatever it is, just know I'm gonna reach out to every arm that I have and make sure we all on the same page, and let's all move in sync to make sure this win. And I make sure I let my homies know I'm there for them. Whether it's mine or it's yours, I'm gonna treat it like it's mine. You understand?
Listen, we just got a shit ton of facts. I don't know what to tell y'all. We at the promised land. The boy, Rick Ross,
We
delivered.
right here, man, live from the promised land, 55,000 square feet of dreams.
And listen, I really hope y'all soaked up all this knowledge, all this free game from Ricky Rose, the boss. Listen, Audiomack, Rick Ross, Billboard, Lamarre, man. Thank you for having us.